Besides analysing the game, I'm quite curious something. As a head coach, as a former defender, with that penalty being given, do you need to actually coach your defenders differently in terms of that decision that was awarded the way of Liverpool? Maybe football's becoming a different sport, isn't it? If we're talking about manners, if we're talking about education and what we want to convey, I think you see situations like that every time a corner and a free kick is taken. What can I say? I think it was a little bit too easy. And I think we need to actually teach something differently. We need to convey something different to that. Gazzetta. Hi, Coach. Besides that incident and the result, are you happy with the performance against such a top side? The way in which the team approached a game against such strong opposition? We had some issues in the early minutes because we struggled with their pressing and the way they keep the ball. We actually had to make 2 substitutions, so we lost 2 slots. But then we figured out how to beat their press, and I think in the last 20 minutes of the first half, if I'm not mistaken, we did fashion some chances. We also found the right amount of energy and that positivity that we probably needed right from the first whistle. It's never easy to come up against a physical side like Liverpool that play with so much intensity. In the second half, we thought that we would kick on from that positivity that we'd had in the second portion of the first half. But then we started to fade in terms of our energy levels. We could no longer make any substitutions because we only had 1 slot available with 3 substitutions. And there was still a long way to go in the game. So we had to try and manage as best we can what we were able to do right up until the final whistle. Then we threw on 3 fresh players. We thought we might be able to come up with something different, but we then lost the game based on a big incident. Up the front here. Good evening. I wanted to congratulate you for how balanced you are in your analysis in every game, whether you win or lose. So I'd like to congratulate you on that. Thank you. Besides that, I'd like to analyse one aspect of the game. Inter aren't able to draw matches. You almost always deserve not to lose regardless of the opposition you're up against, but you've almost lost by chance domestically against Juventus, Napoli and Milan, and you've lost 2 Champions League games. Have you analysed things? No, I need to do a better job. But despite that, we're still in there. We're 1 point off the top in Serie A. And that means that even if the other teams won those 6-pointers, they've also dropped points. I don't know where the truth lies. We're doing our best to go out there on the pitch and win matches. In the Champions League, if I'm not mistaken, with 12 points, I think we're still in the top 8. 12 points won't be enough. We're well aware that they won't be enough, but we still have 2 games to play in January. There's still a long way to go between now and January, because in the meantime, we've got a number of fixtures to play, because we'll also be involved in the Italian Super Cup. We'll need to return to league action as well. We're preparing and we're doing our best, but naturally, anytime you lose, it's never easy. But it's not all tragic, because we're still in there and we're working hard and we're very committed to try and improve that aspect. Final question. Hi, Coach, I'm over here. Good evening. Could you give us an idea about the treatment table? Because it felt like Dumfries was only out but he's not been available for a month. When will he be available for selection for the Super Cup, before or after? He's still got pain in his ankle. This is what I said yesterday in the pre-match press conference. I genuinely don't know. I don't know, because it looked like it was something not necessarily commonplace or ordinary, but it didn't feel like a long injury. But he tried to then put weight on the ankle and he still feels pain. So I'm not in a position to tell you. I hope to have him available as soon as possible. We need everyone. Today, Çalhanoğlu felt pain in his hamstring. and Francesco Cerbi had an issue with his hip flexor. So these are things that happen in every team, above all when you play every 3 days, especially when you never have time to rest up. You need to accept that, you need to come up with solutions, and you need to be ready with all of the players that we have available for selection, because we have 22 players to pick from, and you need to make the most of all of them. Thank you very much, everyone.